Welcome to Pocket to Pocket. I'm your host, Kiara Britton, and this is the first episode. Pre-modern activity, primitive, subordinate, informal, shadow economy, unregulated, unsafe, and an eyesore. These are but a few of the words, some of the nice ones, used to describe the informal economy. In this series, I will discuss the informal economy in Johannesburg and their connections to public space as a structuring element that defines the business activities of these people. The informal economy in South Africa is becoming an ever-growing employment and income-generating platform for the unemployed, which contributes to 18% of the country's GDP, and 3 million of the economically active population participate in the informal economy. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development defines the informal economy as illegal activities that intentionally conceal from public authorities to avoid payment of income, value-added tax, or to bypass legal standards and bylaws of businesses, such as minimum income, maximum working hours, or conducting business in safe and healthy environments. The most common form of informal activities in South Africa are spaza shops, hawkers, pavement sellers, and street vendors, or any business run from a person's home. The informal economy that we'll be discussing in this podcast will focus on actors who make use and are dependent on public space as a basis for business activity. As street traders are increasing their dominance on sidewalks, public space is considered a neutral tool but is enabled through the selection of sites that is based on the qualities that it holds to give street traders access to pedestrian and vehicular movement. So what is the relation to pocket and the informal economy? A pocket is defined as a small patch of something, a bag or a container attached to a bigger object that you can put things in the same way that informal traders who are located on the sidewalks or street corners make use of public space as an extension of their capacity and skills to create a form of income. Pockets are simple accessories to clothing items that for some are taken granted for, but for women, as an example, we often search relentlessly for clothing items that have big enough pockets to fit absolutely everything in. Street traders, often associated as a nuisance in space to some, are essential to the everyday lives of others. With the already high cost of living for most South Africans who are stretching their budgets to attempt to live a month-to-month lifestyle, these small-scale economies provide products and services such as repairs, cooked food, grocery items, vegetables, fruit, and clothing at affordable prices. The informal economy is often excluded from space to conduct business activities, where the growing group is separated from economic activity through regulation, policy, and law enforcement. The informal trading community is considered separated from the larger context of the South African business landscape due to their associations with illicit or illegal activities, where, in some situations, yes, these are activities that do contribute to degrading communities and neighborhoods, with activity that is potentially unsafe. But why is it important to urban and regional planners? Planners cannot ignore the growing levels of poverty, unemployment, and spatial inequality. As people who always speak about integration and bettering the lives of the disadvantaged or excluded, what do we do as government actors in space? Formalization, which seems to be the default solution for informal activity, particularly in street traders, through relocation or shutdown programs. Government initiatives have sought previously to formalize pavement economies through space provision, normalizing the space that people work in, dictating the context that are suitable for traders to work with. But in our case, sidewalks and streets are modified to fit the behavior of people. The street traders develop and enhance sidewalks with the skills that they have to formulate self-sufficiency and support for their business ventures, and with what they hold in their metaphorical pockets of economic activity in public space to supply a means of money. Essentially, how they work with what they have access to. As planners, how do we enable these economic activities? Through design, implementation of policies that people work with to establish themselves in space? Well, this is what we're going to find out. So, until next time.